Alright, this is Unit 1, Formative 2, Day 3, two-step equations. So unlike yesterday where it was one steps, today it's going to be two steps to solve equations. Alright, two-step equations. So we have 2x plus 3 equals 11. Okay, we have the same thing we want to do. We want to make sure that x is by itself. Okay, so we need to look at what the numbers are doing to the x. So the first thing, the 2 is being multiplied by the x. And then the 3 is being added to the x. Okay. Now, we're going to get rid of one of them first. And how we determine that is we use our order of operations. Okay. And we always undo equations. Okay. When we're solving things, we're going to undo. So we're going to go backwards. It's just like if we have a shoestring and we tie 3 knots in the shoestring. Okay. We can't get the knots out by trying to get rid of the first knot we tied. We have to get rid of the last knot and then the second and then the first. So we're going to go opposite the order of operations. So we're always going to look for addition and subtraction first to get rid of. Okay, so I'm going to again separate my equal sign. And that's going to help keep everything situated and it helps keep things lined up. So addition, subtraction, I have my plus 3. So I'm going to get rid of my plus 3 first. And an opposite, or an inverse operation of plus 3 is minus 3. Okay, those cancel, and I'm left with 2x equals 11 minus 3. Okay. Okay, 8. All right, now I have 2x. Now this is multiplication. So the inverse of multiplication is division. Again, remember we do that by a fraction. So if I divide one side by 2, I want to divide the other side by 2. Those cancel. And x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay. Alright, let's look at another. Alright, next one. So the x over 5, remember this is division. Okay, remember the denominator is always division. And then we have subtraction. So, okay, we are going backwards order of operations. So we're going to look for addition and subtraction first. Separate my equation. Okay, and I have a minus 6, so an inverse of minus 6 is plus 6. Okay, so I'm going to go through. Those cancel, and I'm left with x over 5 equals 1 plus 6 is 7. Make sure you bring down what you haven't got rid of yet. Now again, this is fraction, the denominator is division, so I want to get rid of it by multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. That cancels to 1, so x equals 7 times 5, which is 35. Alright, now this one's a little tricky because we have 2 terms in our numerator. So this is like having parentheses. Okay, so normally I'd say get rid of the 5 first, but not in this case. Whenever it's in a fraction like this, you always want to get rid of the denominator first. Okay, always get rid of the denominator first. So we want to go ahead and get rid of the 6, let's separate our equation. Now, the 6 is in the denominator, so this is division. Okay? To get rid of division, I'm going to multiply. Okay? Now, the 6's cancel. So I actually don't multiply, so don't distribute here. Okay? Because you're actually not multiplying. You're only multiplying so you can cancel this 6. Okay? So I'm left with x plus 5 equals negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Okay? Now, we're going to get rid of the 5. Inverse operation is subtracting 5. So x equals negative 23. Right? Remember, when you have a problem like this, where there's 2 terms in the numerator, you always get rid of the denominator first. Next one, separate my equation. Okay? So I have a 10 here. Now, don't get messed up here. Remember, whatever's in front is the sign it is. So this is a positive 10. And to get rid of a positive 10, we're going to subtract. Okay? So be careful on that. So I'm going to subtract 10. And if I subtract it from the left, I need to subtract it from the right. Okay? So this is negative 3. It goes away. Now, this is something you need to watch. What is left? It's a minus x or a negative x. So make sure you bring that down. Okay, or your answer will always be wrong. So make sure you bring the sign down with the letter. Now, from past, we know that that's a negative 1. Okay, so that's multiplication. So we're going to divide to get rid of it. Cancels. And we get x equals negative 3 divided by negative 1 is a positive 3. Okay, all right, that's two-step equations. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow.